I think you know why we're here. All right, listen up. Our world is going crazy. I mean, things are so weird and strange, and we think, oh, we'll never live like a time like this. But we've been through, people my age, swine flu and Ebola and SARS and MERS and atomic bombs. I mean, every few years something really weird comes up and freaks everybody out. So I want to talk to you about that today. But whether we think this is really, really serious or you don't think it's serious, there are people that are going to make decisions that affect me and affect you. If they say we have to close the school, we have to close the school. If they say we have to cancel athletics, we have to cancel athletics. All right? So it affects us, even though we think, man, what is going on? Let me tell you what I know right now. We are postponing prom. It's supposed to be 2 weeks from today. We're going to move it to May the 14th, which, we're just trying to find a date that will work in there, is the day after the senior banquet. So right around graduation time, you'll have your prom. New York City's going to be moved. We're going to probably do it during exams. I know it's going to kill you to miss your exams, 10th graders, but, all right. 9th graders. Hey, 9th graders. I don't know about Dolphin Island. I'm not sure we're going to get to go this year. That's a rip. But I can't promise it. I just don't know right now. Many of you are asking about athletics. What's going to happen? We don't know. Mississippi canceled all high school athletics yesterday. I personally expect Alabama to do the same. I really expect we're going to get something today on that. And I hate it, but what they're talking about is taking a couple of week break from athletics and then coming back and at least playing the championships, which is better than nothing. All right, our baseball team was ranked #1 in the state. Man, what a great year. So if we can get that's good. If we can get our area games in, then we could, just pick up with the region play and all that kind of. And for soccer and golf and softball, all those kind of things, we'll do. I'm probably going to have Rob call down there and find out where we are, what they will tell us down there. All right, now the big thing is school. At this point, you are not getting 2 weeks for spring break. I'm sorry. We are planning on coming back a week from Monday. That's right now. But so much can change. The way the state and national government's looking at this is it's ramping up, and it is more dangerous, just like the flu, than for older folks like me. So maybe you'd be happy, but whatever. You guys are pretty strong and virile, but you could be carriers exposing your grandparents and folks in your church. So that's why they're trying to protect people, and we want to protect you. So I don't know, but what we have done is we've started making plans. If that day comes, we will be doing an innovative form of instruction. We will be putting things on video. Your teachers may FaceTime you. They may do Turnitin conversations. They may do Google Classroom. But we need to make sure you've all got an email, at least with your telephone, so you can check that. I don't want to burst any bubbles, but it will not be absolutely free time. You will still be considered in school, and we want you to learn. We want you to pick up and take off right where we left off. So we're here to help you and make sure that you're ready for the next stage, whether that's college or whatever. And this would be great experience for those that are seniors going on to college, because so many classes now are moving online. And I want to assure you that we can take care of that. All right, those are the big things. And in just a second, I'll give you a chance for questions. But I want to share two passages with you to kind of help your mind wrap around this, because there's going to be a lot of hype and fear and people talking about this. Psalm 56:3 says, "At what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee." And what we have to do is take our eyes off of what's going on around us. How many of you have seen the Narnia Chronicles? Anybody seen The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe? Yeah, you know who was the author of that? C.S. Lewis, one of my favorite British authors. He wrote something 72 years ago because people were so afraid of atomic bombs. I can remember when I was your age and I sat right on those bleachers. I went to school, right? It was a junior high school when I went to school there. And they were showing us films on what happens if the Soviet Union bombed America. And people were buying bomb shelters and burying them in their backyard. Everybody was so scared. Oh no, the world's coming to an end. And C.S. Lewis wrote this essay right here. It's just a couple of sentences about atomic bombs. But I substituted the word coronavirus. I want you to hear what he has to say. In one way, we think a great deal too much of the coronavirus. How are we going to live in a virus age? I'm tempted to reply. Why? As you would have lived in the 16th century when the plague visited Europe almost every year. Or as you would have lived in a Viking village when raiders from Scandinavia might land and cut your throat any night. Or indeed, as you are already living in an age of cancer, sexually transmitted disease, paralysis, air raids, railroad accidents, automobile accidents. In other words, do not let us begin by exaggerating the novelty of our situation. It's not that new. Believe me, young men and women, you and all of whom you love were already sentenced to death before the coronavirus was invented. And quite a high percentage of us are going to die in unpleasant ways. But we have indeed one very great advantage over our ancestors. We have anesthetics. So if you're in the hospital, we still have that possibility to eliminate some of the pain. It's perfectly ridiculous to go about whimpering and drawing long faces because the scientists have added one more chance of a painful and premature death to the world, which already bristled with such chances, and which death itself was not a chance at all. It's a certainty. First point to be made, and listen to this. The first action to be taken is to pull ourselves together. If we're all going to die by coronavirus, let the virus come and find us doing sensible and human things. Praying, working, teaching, reading, listening to music, bathing the children, playing tennis. This is British. Chatting to our friends over a pint and a game of darts. Have to be careful till you're 21 about that one. Not huddled together like frightened sheep and thinking about viruses. They may break our bodies. A virus can do that. But they need not dominate our minds. Isn't that powerful? That's what he's saying is it's the way you think. Look, live life to the full. Ms. Carden gave me a devotion this morning written by Tim Keller. Let me read Psalm 31, 1-6. Do not fret because those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like the green plants, they will die away. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn. Fretting, worrying, is a common activity of our age. It's composed of resentment, jealousy, worry, and self-pity. Oh, woe is me. It's dominant on social media. It chews us up inside while accomplishing nothing. David gives 3 practical remedies. Look forward. Those who maintain happiness found in this world are not living on borrowed time. Well, we realize that, eventually we're going to be in heaven. Look upward. Don't repress nor vent your frustrations, but redirect them to God. Leave your burdens in His hand. 1 Peter says we cast all our cares on Him, for He cares for us. Learn to find your heart's deepest desire in who He is and what He's done. And finally, get busy with the things that must be done. Do good. Self-pity can lead you to cut corners ethically. Don't add a bad conscience to a heavy heart. Now let me tell you what I want you to think about doing. You're going to have some free time next week, and there's a possibility in the weeks ahead you may have even more free time. What could we do that's good? Some of you guys can look at your neighbors as grass starts to grow, cut their grass. Some of you girls, some people may not be able to find daycares that are open and they have to go to work. Maybe you could take care of kids. Maybe you could clean your grandparents' house. Maybe you could pick up stuff around the yard or on the road or whatever, but find something productive to take your mind off all the nonsense that's going on around us. That's what the Bible says. Do good even when things around us are falling in. All right. That's what I want to leave you with. I'm going to pray in just a minute, but I want to give you a chance to ask questions. I don't know exactly what all is going to happen. My mantra has always been be ready for anything. We just need to be prepared in case, they do close school, and we are preparing to help you make sure you get through that. Yes, we've had to change some trips and things. Boy, God was good. Many of us were going to Spain, would be there right now, or at least on the way back home before they kicked us out. But I saw a thing where one of the places we were going to have police cars everywhere. They're letting people in, but once you went in, you couldn't come out. So if you use common sense, God helps you get through any situation. All right? All right, any questions? I know you may have some questions about where we are. Yes, ma'am. The junior trip, I don't know. I'm looking at possibilities there, but we'll see. I want you to visit some colleges, but it all depends on whether they close school or not. That's a good question. All right. Yes?
Are we still graduating May 17th?
Are you still graduating May 15th or something like that? 17th? No, we're going to postpone that for 2 years. We like having you around. Yes. At this point, everything's on for that. But again, good gracious, that's 12 weeks away. We don't know. Yeah, look.
Is prom going to be at the same place?
The prom's going to be at the same place. We got it moved yesterday. Blake? What?
Nah.
Do you have to take exams?
No.
I don't know. At this point, if we can work something out, maybe not. But don't think that that's the end of the world. That's a way to make yourself stronger. Probably would cancel that for you, but we'll see. All right. Any more questions? Yes.
Prom order forms.
What?
The order forms for prom.
Order forms for prom?
Like, do they have to be turned in today?
No, we'll give you another week or so. You can wait till you come back. Probably do the Friday. Hey, Jackson, if something changes and we don't come back, mail them in so you get on the list. All right? I hope the mail's still running. It's ridiculous. All right. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to make sure. So today's Amnesty Day on your lost books, meaning you can pick up your books out here, but you need your books going home. And there's a lot of lost and found down there. I don't really care at this point who takes it home. And it's going to Goodwill this afternoon.
We're going to take it all to Goodwill. Listen, if, like Rob said on announcements, the books are two options. If something really blows up in the next week, you got to have your books at home. But we need to deep clean the school, so we need to get them all out of the way. You take it home and wipe it off with the Clorox wipes too. And practice, listen guys, practice good hygiene. I see you guys go in the bathroom and do something nasty and walk out with washing your hands. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Sing Sweet Home Alabama's chorus while you're washing your hands, and then you've done a good job with that. I'm washing my hands a lot more often now as well. And that's good for us, for everything, not just coronavirus. All right, anything else? Yes, ma'am.
What about the AP exams?
AP exams? Well, they're in May. We're hoping everything's good by then, but you may get an announcement later on that they've been postponed till June. I don't know. Yes, ma'am. Has the what been canceled?
It's in the summer. Cheer camp in the
Oh,
summer.
cheer camp in the summer? Not yet. They are hoping that hot weather kills all the stuff like it does the flu, so it'll all disappear. And listen, the good news is, I'm watching what's going on. The things that have happened in China just went crazy. 80,000 people got infected. A lot of people died. But now it's leveled off. Yesterday, they only had 12 new cases. And because I drank some Starbucks, they sent me an email saying, we're going to take care of you in America. We're going to clean everything. You may have to go through the drive-thru. But in China, we have opened 90% of the Starbucks that were closed. So it looks like, it's going to go through a period of bad stuff, and then it'll get better. Again, like just about everything does. It's this unknown thing that's got everybody freaking out, which is absolutely crazy. A question over there? Yes, ma'am. Is softball canceled for tomorrow? The beach trip? I don't, at this point, probably, but we're going to find out whether the Alabama high school's going to let you play. I'm still considering it. It's a possibility still. Yes, ma'am. Miss up to the top.
As soon as we know, we'll tell them by email.
What was it? Athletics? Yeah, we'll send an email out to everybody. If we know during the day, we'll make an announcement. I'm sorry, But just expect it. If it doesn't happen, you'll be pleasantly surprised, right? Mission trips. Rob's evaluating some of that. We don't want to cancel it, but we don't want you to pay money and have it, disappear either. So he's evaluating that right now. That's what we're doing to a lot of things. Just trying to say, give us some advice, folks that are in charge, and help us. That's what we're doing. He's talking to people in Quito. He's already called them a couple of times. Question down here. Is that you, Jack? Yeah. What about AR points? That's a great question. We could say no AR points, or we could say you got so much time we're going to double them. All right. We'll keep them the same. All right, sorry. Yes. Rob, help me hear that. What about what, Rob? Did you hear that?
Dance camp, all those are in the summer.
Yeah, everything in the summer right now is still going forward. So we've moved prom to May, so we're expecting things to be good by then. We've moved New York to then. We'll do something with the juniors then. We're hoping everything. So June should be good. Kamari?
Hey, I heard they canceled football season next year.
Could cancel football season for next year? No, we're going to go to flag. I'm kidding. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Since almost moved to May 14th, the
Graduation
graduation practice will be on the same day.
practice? Practice will be on Friday, probably. So you have to get up at 10 o'clock, after prom, be ready to go. Yes? I can't hear you. I'm holding it.
What about spring training?
What about spring training? Coach Smelly, when is spring training scheduled? In May. We think things will be good by May. It's March and April that everybody's panicking about. Yes, sir. Over in the corner over there. Y'all yell it out for me. I can't hear it.
Is there like an admission fee if we had to take online classes?
If you have to take online classes, what?
Is there a fee? If you take
No, there's no fee. You're going to school here. That's all part of it. All right, I'm actually practicing trying to see how this all works with this press conference right here. Anything else? All right, you do know that the city of Tuscaloosa has made a lot of changes already. They're not letting big groups get together, canceling 5K races. They're doing that, and I expect, the state health made a crazy statement yesterday. They said, don't go to church. That's crazy, but I do expect in the next few weeks, churches will probably move to online. Just what I'm thinking is going to happen. Crazy. All right, that's it. No more questions? Let me pray for you, and then we'll go. Lord, thank you that you're in control. Help us not to worry and fret over things of which we have no control, but help us to do good. Help us to make our lives count for something for eternity. And I'm thankful that you're here to walk with us through it. Give us wisdom in the days ahead. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, love you. We'll see you.